I just need a new pair of shoes. While I was walking, I think I accidentally I effectively stubbed my toe, but with a shoe on. Uh,
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well,
but
it could be worse.
basically, my toe didn't get hurt. Downside, like the bottom of the shoe is not connected to like the inside part of the shoe where your foot actually is. I don't know how to
Yeah.
describe it because I don't know what the actual terms are.
Like the sole of the shoe is like not attached to the rest of the shoe.
Yeah, basically just the bottom part where the shoe touches the ground
Yeah, the sole. That's
yeah,
called a
yeah.
sole.
In the front of the shoe is no longer connected to like where my foot
Oh,
actually is in the
that's
shoe.
concerning.
It's not like my feet are exposed to air or the socks are exposed to air whenever I walk.
Oh, but like the glue came off. You know, they sell something for that. It's called shoe glue.
Huh. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's like super glue kind of.
Hmm. Never heard of it.
It just look at it works for my dad. We use it so we don't have to buy shoes when stuff breaks because he uses it for his dress shoes, which
Ah.
he likes. So
You know what part of the shoe I have heard of though?
what
The
what did
aglet.
you? Oh, those are the ends of the shoelaces.
Yeah. I'm going to take a guess and say you also watched Phineas and Ferb.
No, my friend told me about that.
Oh. See, that's where I learned it. I learned it from
the
Phineas and Ferb.
same.
I never watched Phineas and Ferb.
Really? You
Yes.
missed out on a lot then.
Yeah, my parents did not like the show, so I did not watch it.
Oh. My dad thinks it's really funny. So I was very much allowed to watch it.
Oh, you know Issa
Yeah, yeah,
Pollenmeyer
yeah.
from her dad like was apparently
Yeah.
like a big part of that or something.
Yeah. Uh the one of the two creators of the show was, I believe, Dan Povenmire. I'm pretty sure that was the name.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm realizing now that I probably should have done an intro, but hey everyone, welcome to the Neat Work Podcast.
Yeah.
And today, I have been surrounded by two different Andrews. Uh,
Whoa.
yeah. Basically, Will is going to be gone for an extended amount of time.
Yeah.
I'm leaving shortly. Uh, Andrew has just left, so because Will's going to be gone for the
Ah.
longest period of time here, we have kicked him off the show so we could bring Andrew back on because
Yes.
now we have both
Well,
Andrews, and if I ever say, "Hey Andrew, did you do this?" they can both respond and be confused or make me
That's
yes.
gonna be
confused.
great.
You two have a lot of classes together at school to confuse teachers, and I know it.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
we do. It's very funny.
How many classes do you two share? Because you two don't share third period, and I don't think you share
Ooh.
seventh period either.
We share first, second,
Fourth.
fourth, not third. We have fifth together too. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds right.
Not as many as freshman year.
Oh, freshman year is crazy.
How many
Freshman
did you
year, I think
two?
we had like our whole 8A together.
Did you have religion? I'm
Uh, no, not that year. I don't think. That was
Okay,
one of the ones we
I'm
did.
still so upset that Andrew changed his schedule because we legitimately would have had religion together for all 4 years if he didn't
That would have been
change.
fun.
Oh,
If
wait,
he didn't
really?
change his schedule, we would have had religion together for all 4 years.
That's funny.
Yeah, just
You were on the verge of greatness.
we were, and then he changed his schedule.
My bad.
Nah, it's fine. I am not worried about it at all. Um, you you were there the day before the final in comp sci, right? Our comp sci class is weird. Andrew.
Comp Sci A? Is that
Yeah.
what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Dude, Mr.
'cause
Simone never graded our final. It's just not in
Wait,
the
he
grade
didn't?
book.
Oh
No,
wow.
it's just not in the
let's
grade book.
go.
But I have 100 in the class, so I'm saying I got 100 on the final.
Yeah, yeah, I believe in you. I believe you did that well. What did you get on your comp sci final, Andrew?
Uh,
If you at all remember.
I don't remember.
I know I got in the 90s, but it just wasn't high enough to boost my grade at all.
Bro, mine brought my grade down by like 1%. Cause like
Oh no, wait. So would you have a 99 in the class instead?
93 because
No way, really? That's so
no, yeah, comp
sad.
sci like A compared to principles, it's like way different.
It's
It's
not.
an
It's not
actual
even
class.
harder. Well, no, it's not even that it's harder. It's that
And it just
everything.
requires more effort.
Principles
I feel like.
principles is basically graded on effort, and then the quizzes and stuff are actually on how well you did. On Comp Sci A, everything is graded on how well you did, so it's just
Oh,
a little
okay.
annoying, because it's like I know how to code this, but because of the wording of the question, I got it wrong, and now
Oh,
I
that's kind
lost
of
a point
sucks.
here and I lost a point there.
Yeah, that's tough, bro. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. At least Andrew is in my position where he had 4 classes, 1% below.
that's true. That is sad.
I'm still not over it. It hasn't really been that long, but I'm still not over it.
Yeah,
It's
I would be upset with that too. So,
yeah.
you
Uh
know who was really upset about their grades is Daria.
oh, why is she upset?
Because she had a 93 in math and Ward wouldn't bump her grade up. I was like, what do you expect? Like, you just, like,
Just
that's
do
not just gonna
better.
get a free handout. Like, what do you expect, right?
Yeah, just do better, Lamau.
Exactly.
I don't think I've actually ever asked for a grade to be bumped up, except for like after I turn in missing
Okay,
assignments.
I asked last year because I had a 98 in calc and I wanted a 99 so I would have the highest grade and she didn't give it to me. But whatever, it's okay.
Gee, I wonder why.
I mean, it's not like it
biggest
was life or death. It was
the
a
biggest
personal
mistake
thing.
of my life was taking calc over COVID. That was
Why? Why?
because I was not a good student during COVID because COVID sucked for me a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Andrew, how was your
Perma
COVID
sleep
experience?
deprived.
In terms of the classes not being boring because I was playing mini games, pretty nice.
Yeah, I think you're
Okay,
right.
how much actual learning did you have over COVID?
Not much.
Yeah,
Not a
My
lot.
math class was
yeah.
pre-calc, so I mean, like,
Yeah, I took pre-calc over the summer, which on the one hand, yay, I get to brag about taking calculus in my sophomore year. Downside, it's not like I did well in that class. So,
really. How'd you do?
B minus first semester, C plus second semester.
Oh, I see. How'd you do
Yeah.
on the AP test, though? That's kind of like that
3.
matters. Okay, so that's like a passing grade.
Yeah. It reflects how well I did in the actual class, which is, you know, I learned the basic concepts of it, but I didn't really do more.
I see.
Yeah. Like, if you were to ask me how to do, some integrals and derivatives and stuff, it's like, yeah, I'd be able to answer the simplest stuff, but I genuinely don't remember how to do U sub.
Wait,
So,
really?
no, I
But
don't.
it's also been a while since you've done calc too, so
Yeah. It has. It's just a little off-putting. It's like, wow, I spent an entire year learning, 7 different okay, I guess more like 5 different subjects that I actually should remember. Because
mm,
one of the classes I took was a trivia class, and then one of the classes I took was religion. So
hmm,
it's not like I was going to retain that information anyway.
this
I
is true.
I actually have no recollection of what we went over sophomore year for religion. I'll be honest. I know
Hmm.
it's New Testament, but I don't remember what.
Hmm.
Am I a bad student? Yes.
Hmm.
When it comes to religion, yes. Well, okay, that's not even true. I actually paid attention a lot last year. I think Andrew can vouch for this.
No, I wasn't around last year. I don't think I've ever been in a class with you, Daniel.
The other Andrew.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a very straightforward and non-confusing podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is
Yeah.
definitely not our most confusing podcast episode yet.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for the absolute havoc and mayhem that will happen when I eventually miss one and you guys record without me.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty wild.
It's not even like we came into this with like designated rules. It just kind of happened that it's like, oh, okay, I guess I'm the one that's gonna be doing most of the intros. Got it. Guess.
Yeah, it's just kind of how it worked out because you're the
Yeah.
best at intros.
I wouldn't even say I'm the best. I'd say I'm the least worst. I know that that's the same thing, but it that's how it feels. It's not like I'm any good at them. It's just I'm not the worst out of our group. That's the easiest way to put it. Have you two been doing anything to celebrate the holidays yet?
Just family coming over tomorrow.
Nice, nice. What about you, other Andrew?
Yeah, I just have my relatives coming over tomorrow, and then that's pretty much it.
Nice. Yeah, we are going up to. Or, I keep saying we. I guess I'm talking about my family. But I'm just heading up to Santa Cruz area to hang out with family for a few days, celebrate Christmas and Grandma's birthday. Or as I call her, my Nina, because when I was younger, I literally couldn't say Nana. It was supposed to be like Grandma and Grandpa for my dad's side, and then Nana and Papa for my mom's side, but I could not say Nana, and I kept saying Nina. So that's
funny.
That's what stuck. Yeah.
And that's just what stayed.
Yep. I have Nina, Papa, Grandma, Grandpa. That's it. Those are the two distinct. Do you have any like words that you use to describe your different grandparents, assuming both grandparents are alive and you contact them? Like,
I mean, we use Chinese ones like
okay.
like Oppo and like yeah and stuff like that.
Are in Chinese, are there like distinct words for like mom's side grandparents and father's side grandparents? Or
Not. Yeah. So there's Mama and like Popo, which are like both for grandma, but Mama's for your dad's side.
oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
I like that just because it creates an immediate distinction that people know what you're talking about. Whereas if I were to say,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, no, my Nina and Papa, that it
Yeah,
creates a
so
sense of
you're like,
confusion until
huh?
you hear what it stands for, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like understanding a language. I'm not gonna draw a comparison to that. It's just a familial thing. So you two just have family coming over for Christmas,
Yeah.
I assume?
Yep.
Nothing special there.
Have you two like got invited to like other people celebrating their holidays before?
No.
Yeah, not really. It's just like my family usually hosts, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm going to
Yeah.
look it up to make sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've been. It wasn't like I was invited to celebrate Hanukkah proper, I'm pretty sure. But I think I went to. I didn't celebrate Hanukkah proper with friends or like my dad's coworkers who are effectively friends, but I remember celebrating like just with them something. It might have been like the precursor to Hanukkah. It might have been like a party to celebrate just with work. I don't really remember, but I do remember like eating some traditional Jewish food and stuff like that. It actually tasted pretty good. I'm not much of a potato
Nice.
guy. I don't like potatoes, but it was fine.
You're not a potato enjoyer.
No, I don't like potatoes. I think they're bland. And if you're gonna say, oh, just put salt and pepper on it, awesome. Now I'm eating cubes of salt and pepper. Like, I don't know, I'd rather just eat straight up salt at that point.
You are not a potato enjoyer then.
No, I'm not a potato enjoyer. I do not like
Mm,
potatoes very much.
I'm a potato enjoyer.
That is
So
perfectly fair. I think a large part of it
Yeah.
I think a large part of it just comes from I don't like just if something is there, I'd like it to add flavor rather than just texture most of the time.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And to me, potato is just like flavorless calories. I'm already getting enough of calories. I don't need extra additional flavorless ones too. They don't
Understandable.
they just don't add much for me. I'm sorry.
Andrew, what about you?
Potato
What type
enjoyer?
of yeah, Andrew,
Uh,
you?
I feel like if you like make I feel like you can make potatoes very good depending on like what you put on top of it. Like if it's like some like sour cream and like cheddar and then like I feel like you can make potatoes really like
Mm,
the floor is really low for how good a potato can taste, but like also the ceiling's like pretty high. But it
Yeah.
requires like a lot of effort.
I you know what I get it from that point where you can add a whole bunch to it to make it taste different, but at that point just use a different base that already has flavor. I guess for some things that won't work out just because you need the flavorless base to actually add stuff onto it, but I don't know. I think chicken's a good example of something that will still taste good if it's alone, and then you can add stuff to it and make it taste even better. I'm also just kind of
mm,
a chicken guy, so definitely no
mm.
bias here. Nope.
Oh,
Do you guys have a different type of meat you like to eat?
we eat a lot of beef, but we eat like beef, chicken, and pork like pretty evenly.
Yeah,
So nothing super special, you could say.
I think I mostly eat chicken, and then it's like I'll have one beef meal or like one or two beef meals in a week, and always a
I see.
guaranteed fish that I'll eat in a week.
Oh,
I like
really? We don't eat too much seafood.
I love fish.
Huh.
Not seafood in general, but fish I love. It's just lean, and I can eat a lot of it, especially salmon. I I'm a good old sucker for salmon, tuna, halibut. I like a
I
lot of
see.
fish, and it actually started from a fishing trip that I went on with my family. Um,
Yeah.
my mom has always been uh, she's always wanted us to at least do something. Doesn't really like us just kind of sitting around doing nothing, which I get. I like to sit around and do nothing, but that's my nature. She prefers that we don't do that. So when we were younger, she just took us pretty. I don't think it was too far. Might have been like an hour and a half drive to just go and fish. Uh, uh, we it wasn't anything complex. It was just you know small little ponds with trout for us to catch. I think I ended up
Nice.
catching 5 fish.
Oh,
Um, my
nice.
my sister and dad ended up catching 3 fish, and my mom caught 2, with extra help, because we were putting corn kernels on our hooks as bait. She got the good stuff as bait. Would you like to know what the good stuff was?
What was the like special worms? I don't know.
No, it might shock you.
What was it?
Cheese.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Uh, but we they my parents had to tell me to stop fishing, I think, because I was catching too many. um but
Big
after
L.
after we took the fish back home, my dad made it for dinner, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll try it. And then I tried it, liked it. I had the fish we ate like over the course of the next few weeks, and then ended up going to Hawaii because over that summer we had a Hawaii trip planned. Uh,
Okay.
and as you know, Hawaii is an island, so there are a lot of fish around.
Yes, there are indeed a
Yeah,
lot of.
so I ended up eating a lot of fish there too, and I just kind of got hooked on fish.
But
Thank you. Very bad joke, but I
But
appreciate it nonetheless.
yeah.
I, does okay, I know we have one teacher who's very funny. Is there any teacher who isn't funny at our school but keeps trying to make jokes as if they are? You guys know who I'm referring to about the funny teacher, right?
Probably
English
yes.
teacher.
Most likely.
English
Yeah.
teacher. We agree on that, yeah?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Actually, I just both our freshman year and senior year English teachers have been very funny.
Yes.
The well, I'm trying to think. I I just keep thinking about our comp sci teacher just never existing at the time. I swear he's like half absent, half not. Am I wrong, Andrew?
Yeah. He just like disappears.
He does.
Yeah.
Sometime, also, whenever he is there, it's like a 50-50 of whether or not we're actually going to be able to do coding things and actually have a fun class, or if he's just going to teach us about something that we learned while doing the work already. And
Yeah. It's
I get that some of the people probably aren't doing the work, so you need to teach them. But my word, man, I know how to do it. Please free me, free me.
Free Daniel.
He did
Free
go over.
Daniel.
He did go over chat. GB. I can't say it.
It
Chat
was written on.
GPT.
It was written on Miss Schaller's board. And I asked her where it came from. She said she had no idea.
Yeah. I mean, he showed us it and was like, oh, this is, you know, what we're gonna be going over more in the second semester, like Chat GPT things, and just
Oh,
ask it to do a few basic coding, uh, uh things. I don't really
yeah.
remember what, but I
Bro,
have not experimented with AI stuff at all. I'll be
bro,
honest.
oh,
everyone
it's
is
so
gonna
fun.
fail the AP test except for like me and like 3 other people in our AP Comp Sci class because Mr. Simone does not teach anything at all.
Easy. I so what is the AI? Is Chat GPT just
Wait. Daniel,
texting?
you should pull it up so that you can actually like, if you can make an account. Really, it's like hard to. Actually, it's not too hard to explain, but like it's a lot better if you can just like experience it
Yeah, I
firsthand.
mean, I remember what it was. It's like you feed it some instructions and it spits out whatever it thinks will, fit the instruction.
Yeah, but you can do like make it do more like creative stuff, like write like a story about like two random things, and then it does it. So there's a lot of like, I guess like creative freedom that it can do. But it's
Yeah,
like
I
That's
could do
true.
like
Sorry, I cut you
yeah,
off.
it's like
write I'm gonna ask it to like write an essay about why bananas should be like banned, and then it'll do it.
It'll bring up Banana Republics. I guarantee.
huh.
I love that term. It's just funny. A republic ran on. Imagine if there was actually like. Imagine if Banana Republic didn't refer to what it does refer to, and instead just referred to an actual republic that was owned by bananas that were sentient and sapient.
Hmm.
Imagine if other animals were actually sentient and sapient, though. I know
Bro, that would be
elephants.
so whack.
I know elephants are some of the smartest animals out there aside from us. Is it elephants that are the runner-ups? What are the second smartest animals? I
That's a
don't
good
remember.
question. Bro, oh Andrew, did you uh they keep updating ChatGPT like so it does more things too.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Does it
Now
Oh
it
my
like saves
God.
like what you've done.
Wait, Andrew, it has history now. Like
Yeah, it
it
saves
saves
everything.
your oh dang. It has all of my old stuff now. That's so cool.
does it have your search history?
I didn't ask it anything weird. It was a lot mostly English stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff about existentialism and things like that.
Ah, got it,
Oh
got it.
yeah, we used it to make a AP literature study guide, and it did like a really good job at it.
Huh. I see that actually. That makes sense. I never really thought about that. I mostly just know of the AI stuff because of AI art, which is
Yeah.
just like you give it a prompt and it'll come up with something that hopefully matches the prompt.
Yeah, you can actually use like the AI chatbot to make a prompt for AI art, and then it does like really like wild stuff with that. So you can
Oh,
like really go crazy. And
oh,
then you can also like because it like writes it in its own like words, you can use it to like get around like plagiarism. Because what you can do is like get a Wikipedia article and then copy and paste it, and then just give it like the directions to like rewrite this article, and like give it like some loose directions, and then it'll do that.
okay, but for the record, we would never endorse plagiarism, right?
Oh, and
No,
yeah,
We
no, no,
would
it's not. It's
never
not. It's
endorse
not
it.
plagiarism though. I like if you think about it.
We would never endorse it, though, right?
Oh yeah, plagiarism. Yeah, but this isn't plagiarism. So like,
But we would never endorse cheating, right? Right? Guys, come on, I
yeah.
can't be the only one here.
Dude.
Guys.
Yes.
Okay then. Well, I don't know what to say about that. uh, I have been disappointed by Overwatch once again, and it's because they released a patch that I hoped was going to fix many of the issues, and it helped resolve two issues, or one main issue. Unfortunately, many of the others still remain.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's fun.
It's
Mercy is
okay.
Mercy is still flying around at the speed of sound, uncatchable. Ever since they decided to buff her movement. Roadhog is still doing Roadhog things because Roadhog is Roadhog.
Oh yes. Did they nerf him or no?
Nope, he didn't get
Ah
touched.
yes.
Strongest tank in the game didn't get
It's
touched.
just like in Call of Duty how for some reason a knife does more damage than a sniper rifle. Yes.
What?
Yeah. You can. Oh, okay. Did you know you can get hit with 4 pistol bullets and die, but a 50 cal bullet to the head doesn't kill you in Modern Warfare?
What?
huh.
But
Yeah.
but it's
That makes sense.
but it
Yep.
it don't though.
Yeah. So according to Call of Duty logic, if you get hit with a 50 cal bullet in the face, if you put more armor plates on, you'll be just fine.
Huh.
I think the logic is that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the logic is there is none. Logic is no longer existing. Goodbye. Goodbye,
Yes.
logic. Are you guys expecting like anything specific for Crimis, or no? I know that this is a hard pivot, but is there like one item or thing in specific that you want for Crimis, or
Not
not really?
really.
Not
I
really.
mean,
Are there any games you're hoping to get? Because I think I basically just have a wish list that gets constantly updated in between birthday and Christmas. So it's like whenever there are new games that come out that I want to add to it, I'll add to it, and then whenever birthday or Christmas happens, I take away what I got. Just keep it updating. It's pretty simple,
uh,
honestly. This year I basically just said, yeah, there are a lot of things on Steam that I want, so Steam gift cards are really appreciated. There are a lot of things that came out that I want on Steam, I think. Let's see, we have some Resident Evil games, God of War games, and then a whole bunch of indie titles like
uh,
Tunic, Raft, Here Comes Nico, Cult of the Lamb, Neon White. Neon White looks really good. I don't know if you've played it, Andrew. Uh,
Oh, I've heard about it. It's like that like thing
oh,
that
boy.
like where like you can like speedrun it and stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. It's the
Or
game. It's the game that super heavily incentivizes speedrunning because the gameplay is super fluid and it's a platformer that also incentivizes you
oh
to.
yeah, there's also like cards, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Cards?
yeah.
What
It's
do
the
you mean?
one. If you need to, go ahead and look up a trailer of Neon White. Oh,
Neon white?
yeah, it's this. It's a game that really heavily incentivizes speedrunning between the gameplay, which is really fluid and sick, and the plot line, or the writing in general, which apparently is super cringe, so you want to skip through it like the speedrunner way. So,
Oh, I see.
yeah. Uh, I want to play the game because it looks like a sick game to play, just because the movement looks really cool.
Oh, it does look interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it's at the end of the day, it's a single player platformer that
yeah.
is good for speedrunning. Which if you want to look up, platformers that are fast and good for speedrunning, you'll see the entire Mario catalog plus others. So it's not like there aren't already games in that genre. But Neon White just looks really cool with the card aspect of it, where you have to get a card which gives you a different type of weapon or a different power up so you can
Mm,
move better. Yeah,
yeah.
that's Neon White for you. Um, what are some of the other games that I have on my wish list? Resident Evil games are, Resident Evil. The God of War games look insane. They look
Oh
really
yeah,
fun.
my second cousin something removed is one of the like on like the art team for the game, so he like designed some of the like assets in the game.
Oh,
That's
really?
sick.
That's cool.
Yeah. I still have not played, the God of War that came out in 2018 or the God of War that came out this year, but I do plan on playing them
Yeah.
eventually. I would like to play Guilty Gear Strive with people because Guilty Gear is. Have you seen the newest Guilty Gear game? Either of you?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Guilty Gear is what is it? It's basically just standard fighting game. So standard 2D fighting game. Think of your Street Fighter, Tekken, those sorts of things. Except it's a super stylized anime aesthetic. Where
Oh.
they are 3D models, but looking at them without coming at them from an angle makes them look almost entirely like they're sprites.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just look up Guilty Gear Strive and you'll see what I mean. Those are not sprites; those are models. Those are 3D models you see fighting. Despite the
Wait, what?
yeah, do you see
That
what I mean?
doesn't. It doesn't really look like a 3D model.
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's oh, so
yeah,
it's like a like special like shader.
yeah, yeah. They what is it? They come up with their own like lighting engine, I think, or just they created it in a way for them to look like they're sprites until you see the camera move around, and then it's like, oh, they're models. Oh, that's sick. In addition to that, it's also just a really, how a lot of fighting games have like the easy inputs, and then it's like, today I will learn how to play fighting game, and then it's like, haha, no, you won't. Here are your combos. Learn them, idiot. Guilty Gear is a lot more simple in that it's harder to learn, but there's less complex stuff happening, so it's actually easier to master. Does that make any
Uh,
sense at all?
Yeah.
Basically, less extensive combos you need to learn. Like each character
Well,
at most is like a Kazuya in Smash Bros. If that makes any sense.
okay.
It's like, yeah, they have a lot of stuff, but at least it's not Kazuya from actual Tekken. It's just Smash Bros. Kazuya, which is easier to learn.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Uh,
I'm
you okay?
Yeah.
blowing my nose.
Okay. If you remember last time when I recorded, I said that I felt like I was coming down with, cold. The
Mm,
next day,
yes.
I got, it was either, was it the next day? I think it was. Yeah, the next day, I, got my, COVID booster plus a, flu shot. So I was really out of it
Mm,
that night and the next day. The day after that, though, I felt fine, and I've felt mostly fine since. It's just like whenever I wake up, I have my throat hurts, and that's it. So I didn't get sick for a third time. Let's go. Or if I did, it was just
Good.
very minimally. Thank goodness. Okay, I've been playing, as I mentioned earlier, actually. I've been playing a lot of Persona 2, right? Or Persona 3? Yeah?
Yes. Yep.
Thank goodness for save states and speed up. Oh my gosh.
Bruh.
Uh, definitely not using an emulator here, but hypothetically, let's say I was using the the Super PlayStation 2,
Oh
that
yes.
had access to save states and speed up, and it made the game a lot more bearable because I don't
Oh, that-
have to deal with the game
Shit.
running. The game isn't running at 60 FPS; it's now running at 120. Let's
Oh,
go.
well, that's good.
Yeah. I I don't. It just makes the grinding in that game a lot more bearable because Persona 3 has a lot of grinding for you to do, and the save states help you whenever you have a stupid death, and speed up just helps you in general. I wish more games just had a speed up option. Like I don't, I don't. This is fine and all, but I'd like the game to speed up, please. It's a little slow.
You tired of waiting, Daniel?
Yes. Why do you think I play like games that don't have I either play games that have heavy dialogue, so I want to skip through a lot of it, or I play games that are
Okay.
perfect for speedrunning and incentivize you to just zoom. There is no real in between. Unless you're talking about multiplayer games, in which case it's like, oh boy, can't wait to. Actually, wait. I know I looked it up in the past, but what are speedruns of multiplayer games like? Have you? Let's go to speedrun.com. This is not where I thought this episode would be going, but here we are.
Woo!
I want to see what are Overwatch 2 speedruns like.
Overwatch 2
Yes.
speedrun.
Okay, so
What would those even look like?
oh, that's right. I know people started speedrunning the Halloween mode that came out a while ago for Overwatch, because Wrath of the Bride was actually a really cool event that they made. Um, so I like that. And people decided to speedrun it, which is cool. The lowest or the fastest speedrun was 7 minutes and 12 seconds, which is actually insane for legendary difficulty. Because
Did you ever try it?
speedrunning the mode?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I beat the mode on legendary with friends and was like, man, that's really difficult, but actually kind of fun. We didn't speedrun it though. But yeah, speedrunning it is kind of insane. Because you are beating you're beating a bunch of heroes that have over 1,000 health in 7 minutes and 12 seconds when there's a lot of forced downtime because you have to go to specific places and pull a specific button at some point. So
I see.
have you two gotten into speedrunning at all?
Nope. I don't really like
A little bit of
speedrunning.
Mario Odyssey.
Oh, that's right. When first playing through the game, I only learned how to do the dino skip. That's it. I've not
see.
learned how to do the fish skip or the nut skip or anything.
Oh, there's so much crazy tech for that game.
There is. Early on, it wasn't that insane, but I know that as time has gone on, it's become more and more insane. I've not attempted a speedrun of Mario Odyssey. I'm also just not good at controlling an Odyssey anymore, because I feel like if you're good at Odyssey, you're only good while you're playing it, and then you need to relearn how to play it when you're getting back into it. Because a lot of the hat movement is just difficult to retain, because it's just wildly different from any other game. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, Andrew. Andrew, not the main Andrew, other Andrew, guest Andrew.
Wait, sorry, what was the question again?
Retaining the hat movement in Mario Odyssey is difficult.
I feel like it's like I feel like it's difficult to like be precise, but like it's pretty consistent once you know how to do it. So like if you know how to do a trick, then like you can pull it off pretty consistently. But like it's just like learning how to do it the first time that's like super hard.
Yeah, I mostly just meant like when you play Odyssey like a lot, you retain it, but then as soon as you stop playing it, it
Oh
becomes
yeah,
hard
yeah,
to retain.
yeah.
Andrew,
Yeah.
did you like Mario Odyssey then a
It's
lot?
so good.
It's a really good
Mario
game.
Odyssey is so good. I do you want to explain what it's like to the other ranger?
What Mario games have you played? Just like
Super Mario, like the original, like the one on the Game Boy, and then the one on the Nintendo DS, and the one on the Nintendo 3DS.
okay, which one on the 3DS? The 2D one on the 3DS or the 3D one on the 3DS?
The one that had the 3D option. Yeah.
So 3D Land?
Yeah.
Oh
Wait.
wait, no, the other one. It was like Super Mario 2. It was like there was like this gold flower, you know?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So 2D Mario and like 3D Mario are like pretty different, but
Yeah.
basically there's a bunch of like different like not super big but like pretty big like open roads that you can explore. And then like there's a bunch of like it's kind of hard to um explain, but actually Daniel, can you try?
Sure. Basically, Mario Odyssey specifically, you go from kingdom to kingdom, and in each kingdom, you have like a specific set of environments and enemies and stuff. That's the case for all 3D Mario games when you go from world to world.
Right.
For Odyssey specifically, the main gimmick of the game is the fact that you can throw your cappy, and it can stay out, and it can either take control of enemies that you end up hitting with a cap. So you become a Goomba when you hit a Goomba with a cap. Or you take control of a frog when you hit the frog with a cap.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And you basically just go from kingdom to kingdom collecting moons through doing specific platforming challenges or just puzzle solving or just, having enough coins to purchase one because there are regional coins and all that stuff.
Daniel, I asked ChatGPT for a summary, gameplay summary for the game, and it said
God.
mostly what you just said. It's crazy.
I
That
swear
is
I
not-
don't have a ChatGPT
That's
account.
so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah. This is all coming from memory, and I don't even think I even unlocked the dark side of the moon, even less the dark
You
side of the
haven't?
moon.
Oh
No.
man, you need to do
Wait, the
that.
I do.
Transformers movie, you mean?
No.
No, there's like
Once you get a certain amount of moons, you unlock. So there are the main kingdoms that you unlock through the story, and the last one is
Right.
the Moon Kingdom. That's where you beat Bowser.
Okay.
Once you get a certain amount of moons, though, you
Uh-huh.
unlock the dark side of the moon, which is even more levels. And then once you've unlocked even more moons, you get to the darker side of the moon. So it's just like it's 3 different stages. You have certain moon counts that you need to hit before actually unlocking the next part of the moon. Like pretty much every Mario game, the music in Mario Odyssey is an absolute banger. The environments are really nice. Just story, it's Mario game. Peach got captured. You're rescuing Peach. Pretty simple. You're fighting a bunch of rabbits. Those are the main enemies, aside from each world's like individual boss, like the weird floating hands or what is it? The tank thing the tank caterpillar that crawls on walls from New Donk City. What was that
Oh.
thing?
Oh,
It was
tank,
like
did you just say tank caterpillars?
I think you were taking control of a tank and you were fighting against a giant electric caterpillar who could create portals and run at you, but yeah. Mario game, by the way.
What?
Yeah. I also need to beat Champions Road in 3D World, because I haven't done that yet either. Have you beaten Champions Road? Actually, have you played 3D World?
I played a little bit.
Okay. I played through the entirety of it on stream, except for Champions Road, and also all of the parts leading up to unlocking Champions Road, because doing that is kind of a pain. Yeah.
Oh, Andrew, did you play Pokemon games?
Not really.
I think he
I
went
played-
over it the last time he was here, but it was...
I've played like a combined probably like 3 hours of Pokemon, and that's about it.
Didn't you say you got an event Pokemon, got stuck in the PC because you couldn't figure out how to press the B button, basically? And
Yeah, I think it might have been that the B button on my 3DS was broken, so I just like got soft locked basically.
Oh, no, actually, it was probably a good old case of you pressed B, which brings you to a menu of, do you want to quit out of the PC? And then you press B again to say no, so you just thought you were trapped in there.
Yeah,
That might have been what
that might have
happened. Of course, it could have also been that your B button was broken, in which case, RIP 3DS. But that one also seems like an option.
been. Yeah.
How many Pokemon games have you played, Andrew?
Me?
Yes.
Gen,
That I should have clarified that.
Gen, 2 or 3, 4, and 5, and then Kalos was 6, right? Yeah, 6.
Yeah, that was Gen 6.
And then was Oras 7?
Oras is still just like what Pokemon games specifically have you played, if you remember
Okay,
the names?
so Y and X,
Okay.
Omega Ruby, Pearl and Diamond, Black and White 2, and then Gold and Silver.
Okay.
And like a little bit of Brilliant. No, I tried to play Brilliant Pearl and I gave up because I knew I needed a Switch emulator. I didn't feel like figuring it out.
You know what, that's fair.
Oh yeah, to get like a Switch emulator running properly, you need like an actual Switch, unless you like do some illegal stuff.
I see.
And no one here endorses doing illegal stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, I've never done that before.
I know that they released like the original copy of Blue on the 3DS at some point, or like Red and Blue on the 3DS at some point. So I played the original, like the straight up original games. I haven't played any of Gen 2, except for the remakes. I haven't played original Ruby Sapphire or Fire Red Leaf Green. I've played Diamond, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black, White, or I know I've played all of Black 2, and White 2. I've played X, I've played Alpha Sapphire, I've played Sun, I've played Ultra Sun, I've played Let's Go Eevee, I've played Shield, including the DLC. I've played Brilliant Diamond, I've played Legends Arceus, and I've played Violet. So, it gets a little bit crazier though, because they're also side games, you know? Not just the main series games, but they're also the list of spin-offs. Have you guys played the trading card game at all?
I've not.
No, I have
I
not.
learned how to play the trading card game.
Oh, very interesting.
I've played which mystery dungeon game did I play? Was it the original Rescue Team, or was it I know I played a mystery dungeon game, which is, if you want to play a Pokemon game with an actual storyline to it, play some of the mystery dungeon games. I played Pokemon Rumble for the Wii, Pokemon Rumble Blast, or was
Wait,
it,
I've never even heard of these games.
Rumble Blast, or was it Rumble World? I don't remember. It was one of the two. I've played Pokemon. Oh, what was it? It was Pokepark. I played both Pokepark and Pokepark 2 for the Wii U or whatever. And I've played what was it? I played Pokken Tournament DX. So, I've played a few Pokemon games in my life, you could say. Just a few. Yeah. So, it
Only on
shouldn't,
occasion, you know.
it shouldn't really come as a surprise as to why I have stuff like, you know, the base power of Flamethrower, the accuracy of it, and the chance of burn all etched into my mind. I've just played the games. just play a few of the games, lol. that we'll learn.
LOL.
Yeah,
Oh, did you play Smash on the Wii, Daniel?
I did. Yeah.
Bro, the
Fun
Wii
fact,
was
I
a
can do it
dub.
right now
Oh, cool.
on my Switch, or not on my Switch, on my actual Wii U. Of
Oh,
course, if
that's
you guys
cool.
wanted to, we could play it online together, technically. Um, I do have a,
cool.
we can do that. If you guys have a controller, that works with Steam, and then you guys feel like, using, this thing,
Oh
Ball
yeah. You can
Yeah.
also use Parsec, but
What's
then
this
like
thing?
Didn't
it-
you and I play Melee together, Andrew?
I think so.
No.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think I think you and I have played Melee together. I played Brawl a lot with JJ online, and he gets mad at me whenever I pick Pit, or whenever I pick Falco, or especially whenever I pick Meta Knight. Falco was just because he wanted to play Falco first, and I know how to chain grab him, so he doesn't have fun if I pick Falco. He doesn't like it when I play Pit because. Do you know how Pit side B works in Brawl? Either of you?
I
oh,
do
is that
not
the
remember.
mirror shield?
No. His down B was the front facing shield in Brawl. In
Mhm.
later games, it's both sides of him. But in Brawl,
Uh,
his side B was the Hi-ya, where he just spins his blades in a whirl that reflects projectiles.
Right, yeah, that one's
and as long
annoying
as you
as
keep
hell.
pressing the button, he keeps it going. So you can just accumulate percent or just prevent them from approaching. And he doesn't like that for some reason. And then of course there's Meta Knight, who I don't think I need to explain, but Meta Knight is so good in Brawl.
Bro, Meta Knight is so overpowered in Brawl, it's not even funny.
Meta Knight is so
Like,
good
the
in
character
Brawl.
just has such a good kit.
Yeah, he's so good in Brawl. He created a tier above S tier. He was the first character to actually warrant that. It wasn't just that he was the best character in the game. It was that he was the best character in the game by so much that the game's metagame revolved around him. He was the meta. The meta
Use them.
the meta tier list for Brawl is his matchup chart. So that's how good he was. Meta Knight, yeah. So yeah, for some reason JJ doesn't like it when I play that character in Brawl. I don't really know why that is. He's a big Zero Suit Samus enjoyer in Brawl, because in Brawl, you have to input a specific combination if you want to be specifically Zero Suit and not regular Samus. And the first time you spawn with a bunch of items on the ground that each deal like 10%. So you can just pick them up, throw them, pick them up, throw them. And because of the way Brawl works, they bounce and keep dealing damage if you land on them. So, like, my first stock is almost always gone by the time he's run out of projectiles to just throw at me.
Bruh.
Yeah, JJ is so good at
Interesting.
Smash. It's actually insane.
That's
I've invited him over to my house to play Ultimate. I think
Right.
a few times. And both times he has come out ahead. By a lot.
Aw,
He is,
I see.
yeah. Like Andrew.
He's just good.
Yeah, Andrew and I are at the same level. He is better than both of us.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Not
Yeah.
even close.
Like my best
So
character.
he's just been playing, huh?
Yeah, my best character can get him to one stock occasionally. That's
Wait, really?
yes. It is extremely difficult for me to actually beat him, because his best character is Joker, and he is very good at Joker. My best character is Aegis, and I'm not as good as Aegis as he is at Joker. So, Joker's just also kind of insane. I think I think Andrew can vouch for not wanting to play against Joker once the
Oh,
Joker knows how to combo, and realize I'm not playing DK. I'm playing Aegis and he's comboing me. Help, please. Help, he took my character. Actually, he played Joker before I did. He's the one that got me into the Persona series. So, yeah. Play Persona 5 Royal. That's my ending message for this episode.
Nice.
Yeah.
What a legendary ending.
Truly, truly the most legendary of endings. I've been meaning to play more Phasmophobia recently, just because they've released a few updates for it, and it's just like, oh yeah, that is a game I own. I want to play it more. We should play it. You should play it in VR. Do you have it actually?
I do not.
Okay.
Andrew, did Noah's Oculus doesn't work anymore for some reason?
It doesn't?
No.
Oh man.
I want to play Phasmophobia with people because I think it would be fun. Not even just to like stream or something, but it would just be fun to play. I hunting ghosts seems fun. I don't really know what else to say. Maybe a little scary, but fun. You played. Okay, you did play Among Us with us recently. That's
Yes, that was very fun.
that was fun. Andrew, you missed out on playing Among Us. Lamau.
I did. I remember. I saw Gavin spamming the thing in the chat.
Yeah, and then I created the message that just filled the character limit with the code.
Yes.
Easy, just easy.
Among Us.
Among Us. I think it's crazy that that game ruined so many people's thoughts when it came to certain words, like suspicious, Among Us, imposter.
Yeah, those words are just.
They were normal words before, and now they aren't. Now Among Us exists, and it's just like, oh, red, sus, vent. Like these are normal words that have now been contaminated by Among Us.
They will never be the same.
Yeah. Has any other game done that? Because I know other games are super popular, but I don't think any one game has straight up like made people think of something as much as Among Us has. Because Among Us has very basic shapes that
Yes. Very basic shapes indeed.
yeah, the crewmates are extremely basic shapes, so it's easy to look at something and see Among Us when it comes to, you know, the shape of an object. And then the words are another thing, and it's just like, ah, yes, suspicious. Among Us. Like, if anyone says those words in their regular context, that's just gonna make people laugh now. I laugh whenever I hear Among Us during our during like service.
English.
Yeah. Whenever I hear those words, it's just I just smile. I have the whitest smile on my face whenever I hear it. Yeah, so I want to say thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Andrew, thank you for replacing Will, and Andrew, thank you for showing up. And
Yes.
I showed up late to the
Yes.
recording, I'll be honest.
It's okay. They don't know that.
Yeah.
I
edit
just
that out.
outed myself. I just outed myself. It wasn't too
Yeah.
late. It was like 5 minutes late max. D&D is fun. We should get back to playing that at some point soon, I think.
We
You should be more available, Andrew, so that way Noah can actually organize sessions.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Hopefully. Do you guys have anything you want to shout out?
Not right now.
All right.
Actually, shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers. They just. Oh, never mind. They were about to take the lead, but they didn't. Well, a few seconds ago. Wow. They really just stumbled that.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that you're
Dude,
family-
Andrew, it's a tight game.
Yeah.
You mentioned that a family member worked on God of War, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about God of War losing Game of the Year to Elden Ring?
It was
I
rigged.
saw that. I saw that coming. I saw that coming.
I saw it coming too. Don't worry, it was easy.
Yeah, it was clearly extremely rigged.
I was pretty sure that Elden Ring was gonna win. God of War won a lot of won a lot of accolades, but Elden Ring kind of shaped the landscape for a month or two. God of War didn't really do that, despite
Yeah.
being as good as it is. But yeah, if you guys don't have anything else you want to add, I think we're good. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hope you all enjoyed this episode of the Neat Work Podcast. And we will see you guys next time.
Yes.
See ya.
Adios.
Bye bye.
Adios. All right.
Bye.